Hello, my name's Rob, part of the clergy team here in Portishead. Welcome to this week's thought. Well, Christmas is nearly here, and I wonder if you are ready. In fact, I wonder how Christmas lands for you. Is it the most magical time of the year, which brings back memories of your own childhood and a real appreciation of your children or grandchildren? Well, perhaps, or perhaps it's a more difficult and challenging time, a time which perhaps brings back difficult memories. Perhaps it was at this time of year that you lost somebody close to you, or perhaps this season, which everybody tells us is all about family and spending time with people that we love. Perhaps that emphasis just makes you feel more alone. At the heart of the experience of Christmas for many of us is the experience of giving and receiving presents. And that's there for a number of reasons. One of them is because of the association with St. Nicholas, whose feast day is a little bit before Christmas, but who gave gifts to an impoverished family to keep their daughters from slavery. Of course, there's Epiphany, the wise men bringing gifts to the infant Christ. But there is, of course, another gift that lies even more firmly embedded within Christmas itself. So what is it that you want? What is it that you want for Christmas? Do you have a list that you've written? Things that you would really, really like? Just a few things, perhaps even one that would just make a real difference, the quality of your life, or perhaps would show you that somebody you love really knows and understands and cares about you. And to my mind, those are the best presents, aren't they? The ones where you get and you think, oh, that's just what I wanted. This person really, really knows and understands me. And that's a very, very special feeling. And so that final reason for why we give gifts at Christmas is because God gave a gift to us. But what did he give us? Well, he gave us the gift of a baby. If we were thinking of all the things that the world might need, all the things that might make my life better, or might improve the lives of some of the neediest people in the world, probably a baby would not be high up the list. And yet that's what God did. He gave the gift of himself in the form of a weak and vulnerable child, born in poverty as a refugee in one of the remotest corners of the world. Not coming as anybody special, but coming nonetheless. And that may either be the most ridiculous thing that has ever been done or ever considered, or it may be a thing of great beauty and mystery and wonder. Well, of course, Mary was pretty much the first person who was in on this secret of God's plan for the world. And we know that after a little bit of time to think and reflect on it, she went up to see her cousin Elizabeth. And when she arrived at her cousin Elizabeth's, perhaps 3 months after the Annunciation, she sang, so Luke tells us, a song of praise to God. And the song goes like this. My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Saviour. For he has looked with favour on the lowliness of his servant. Surely from now on all generations will call me blessed, for the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. His mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. He has shown strength with his arm. He has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He has brought down the powerful from their thrones and lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things and sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servant Israel in remembrance of his mercy, according to the promises he made to our ancestors, to Abraham and to his descendants forever. I think on the evidence of that wonderful song of praise, we can say that Mary got it. Mary appreciated the wonder, the beauty, the amazingness of this gift that God had given, the gift of himself. She realized that if God was coming as a child to somebody like her, an ordinary woman, then the whole of the way the world works was being turned upside down. And so while we may not feel that the gift of a child is what the world most needs, it is the gift that we believe as Christians God has given. And so we have to ask why. Why might God do this? Why might God choose, amongst all the possible alternatives that he had of how he could intervene in the world and transform it, why did he come as a child? And why is this story something that has captivated the hearts of men and women for 2,000 years? That God would not come to rescue us from the world in which we live, but to enter into it alongside us. It's an extraordinary story. And amidst all the joy and the hope and the festivities of Christmas, it is really something that's worth giving our thoughts to. The writer John Bell wrote a hymn a little bit ago. I love John Bell's writing. I suppose this is a carol, although it doesn't kind of sing like one, because it's to the tune of Scarlet Ribbons. But the first verse of it goes like this. Who would think that what was needed to transform and save the world might not be a plan or army, proud in purpose, proved in worth? Who would think, despite derision, that a child might lead the way? God surprises earth with heaven, coming here on Christmas Day. So I do hope that you have a wonderful Christmas, that you have time with the people that you love most, and that you do receive the presents that you most long for. But I hope and pray too that you will have a little bit of time to reflect on why it was that God might have come among us as a child on that first Christmas, and why people continue to celebrate that 2,000 years later. Happy Christmas, and may God bless you.